Hey guys, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks. And, well, I kind of owe you an apology. I got it wrong. Well, we got it wrong. So I just put out a video the other day about the X500, which is the Chinese 500cc motorcycle being manufactured by Hero in collaboration with Harley Davidson. It's branded as a Harley Davidson. It is originally being sold in Asia for the Asian markets. There's a 350 variant of that called the X350RA that is being used in the US for the Riding Academy. And motorcycle.com put an article out. Dennis Chung, who does a lot of investigative stuff for him, I have a lot of respect. He put out an article showing that the updated owner's manual for 2024 has information pertaining to US customers. So like under the warranty, it talks about United States customers. Under the VIN, it talks about, a specific VIN ID for models sold in the U.S. or distributed in the U.S., however you want to look at it. I don't remember the exact verbiage. And Harley Davidson reached out. That motorcycle is not for sale, going to be for sale in the U.S. It is for Asian markets only. Wind's picking up here. Hopefully we don't get too much wind noise. Apologize for that if we do. It's supposed to rain today. It's fall here in the Ozarks. So I got my hoodie on. You can see by my beard it's blowing a little bit. But anyway, so Harley Davidson says that this is for Asian markets only. It's not coming to the U.S. Went out and checked the article on motorcycle.com, and Harley Davidson reached out to them as well and told them the same thing, and they've updated that. But the information is in the owner's manual still. So I did a little more investigating. And there's an updated owner's manual for the X350, 350RA, and the same information is in that one as well. Even though that one is not supposed to be sold to U.S. customers, motorcycle.com didn't mention that one because we all think of it as the Riding Academy bike, so we're not surprised that there's U.S. stuff in it. But why would there need to be U.S. warranty information in it if it's for the Riders Academy and not going to be sold to customers? So my guess is that the owner's manuals were updated with some generic information. I don't know if it'll be in all owner's manuals for 2024. It's in the X350 and the X500 owner's manuals, the same information. So we'll have to see. We'll keep an eye out on that stuff. I don't know that this is that big a deal to do a follow-up video later if that stuff turns out to be in every owner's manual when they come out. I don't expect Harley Davidson to screw up and leak information into the owner's manuals before models are launched, or we're all going to have a heyday with that. But I guess, for those of you that watch the videos and like the news, I just wanted to give you kind of a correction, an updated video on this, explain what's going on, why I think the mistake was made. Everything that we said was accurate. Everything Dennis Chung printed was accurate. It's just Harley Davidson says that what we see and interpret in that owner's manual to mean it's coming to the U.S. is not so. And a lot of people said that they don't want to see it come to the U.S. The comments were very mixed. A lot of people think Harley Davidson needs a more entry-level, small cc bike, but the Street 500s didn't do well. Why would the X500 do well in the U.S.? What would it take? They've got rid of the Sportster 883, So Harley Davidson's not looking to have an entry-level bike, regardless of whether I think it makes sense for them to have something to offer Riding Academy students or not. Fact is that the current CEO's hardwire strategy plan for the company doesn't really address having an entry-level motorcycle. What it addresses is focusing on the most profitable models. And, they've streamlined the number of models they have over the years since the new CEO came on in 2020. I would say, we're down at least 5 to 10 models with getting rid of the Sportsters. We used to have like 8 Sportsters, and there's 3 now. Softail models, we've reduced the number of Softail models, at least in the U.S. They still have the Sport Glide internationally, but they got rid of the Deluxe and a few other models. For a while, we had the Lowrider and the Lowrider S. Now we just have the Lowrider S. So the game for them does not seem to be having a model for everyone, but to be focusing on the models that sell the best and have the best, margin, the best profit ratio. And, with the way the economy is right now, and I'm not sure that's a bad idea. I commented in the other video that sales are down. Third quarter report's going to be coming here at the end of the month. I'll make sure I do a video on that. But statistic analyst news that I've seen says sales are down or flat globally, but down for Harley Davidson like 5%. And they're saying that a lot of that's due to the higher interest rates, which I can believe. And, you know, with this economy, the way things are right now, the higher inflation that we're all dealing with and the rising cost on basic goods, I can see why people are maybe more reluctant on spending money on a premium motorcycle, and they might lean toward just buying something a little more affordable for now, and then they could use that for trade-in material later if the times are tough. I know personally, I'm paying a lot more attention to my finances in the last 12 months. My bike's paid off. I thought really, really hard about buying a new CVO, but I don't need a CVO. I don't have a CVO income. That's the reality of it. I mean, whether I could afford one or not, that would just mean I'm financially irresponsible, which I am. But I don't need a CVO. I can't afford a CVO, even if I can afford a CVO. I shouldn't buy a CVO, no matter how bad I want one. So I'm kind of on the fence about what's going to come next year in the 2024 models. If they were to roll out a 121 with all the bells and whistles that the CVOs have as far as suspension, display, motor, into a Street Glide ST, boy, that I would be looking really hard then at, you know, financing that, trading my Street Glide in or selling it. And, you know, of course, I'd have a smaller payment than what I had previously with having that for trade-in. When I bought my Street Glide, I had no trade-in, so I paid, you know, a larger payment. So, you know, that might be affordable. That might be something doable. I'm thinking about that. I'll be watching the 2024 models really hard to decide what I'm going to do. If somebody were to offer me enough money on my 2016 Street Glide today, you know, I'd probably sell it because I really think either next year or the year after that is going to be the year for me to buy a new touring bike. I have a Dyna I can ride. I have some other, you know, motorcycles, and so it's not like I couldn't ride or do things. I just wouldn't have a touring bike to do them on. And I don't know that that's, you know, a requirement, you know, for me. I do, you know, like going to Sturgis, I want to have a touring bike. A lot of things we do, I want to have a touring bike. But a lot of it I could do on a Dyna if it's set up correctly. And that's what I'm working on. It's going to be a winter project to get my 2000 FX DX in better condition for riding. It needs some upgrades and stuff. So if you didn't see the video on my new bike, it's not new, it's used, but I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. Well, I think I've rambled on enough. I just wanted to give you guys a shout out, and I wanted to come out publicly and say, hey, what I put out turns out, according to Harley Davidson, not correct. So, you know, sometimes you got to own it. Anyway, y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.